Worry is not loud. It doesn't come crashing through the door of your mind like a hurricane. No, it's subtle. It's quiet. It tiptoes in. One moment you're thinking about your day, your goals, your future. And the next, you're stuck. Stuck in a loop of what-ifs, and maybes, and worst-case scenarios. That's how it works. Worry disguises itself as logic, as being prepared, as being responsible. It whispers, you need to think about this more. And before you know it, you're not thinking, you're drowning. Worry convinces you it's helping when really, it's hijacking your peace. It never announces its intentions. It doesn't say, I'm going to make you overthink until you're exhausted. But that's exactly what it does. It steals your energy in broad daylight. It distracts you in the middle of joy. You'll be laughing, enjoying the moment with someone you love, and suddenly a thought creeps in. What if something goes wrong? That one seed of fear grows into a storm. It's the thief of presence. You can't enjoy what's in front of you because your mind is trapped in a world of imaginary outcomes. Shortcomes. You rehearse future disasters like they're already scheduled. You relive past mistakes like you can undo them. And meanwhile, the one place where life is actually happening right now, you miss it entirely. People think worry is just part of being human, and yes, it is. But it's not a requirement. You weren't born worrying. It was learned. Somewhere along the line, you started believing that obsessing over a problem could somehow solve it. But worry doesn't solve, it paralyzes. Worry doesn't move you forward, it anchors you to fear. It's like sitting in a rocking chair, moving back and forth but going nowhere. It gives you something to do, but it achieves nothing. It convinces you that you're preparing, but really you're procrastinating on peace. Imagine this. You're holding a heavy backpack. At first, it's manageable. But you keep adding to it. Regrets, fears, guilt, doubts. The weight becomes unbearable, but instead of putting it down, you try to keep walking. That's worry. It's invisible weight that you carry with you every day. It shows up as tension in your shoulders, headaches that don't go away, sleepless nights, shallow breathing. And you tell yourself you can't stop worrying. Because if you do, maybe everything will fall apart. But the truth is, the world won't collapse if you let go of worry. What will collapse is the illusion that you ever had control over everything in the first place. Worry wants you to believe that if you stop worrying, you're being careless. But the opposite is true. Letting go of worry doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start choosing peace over panic, clarity over confusion. It means you learn to take action where you can, and release what you cannot change. You can still make plans, prepare wisely, and be thoughtful, without allowing your mind to spiral into endless anxiety. That spiral is what eats away at your creativity, your courage, your connection to the moment. So many of us live our lives on edge, waiting for the next bad thing to happen. But what if the good thing you're waiting for can't come in, because your hands are too full of worry to receive it? What if peace has been knocking, but worry has been answering the door? The reality is, you can't control every detail, you can't predict every outcome, and you won't always have answers. But you can choose your focus. You can decide to stop feeding your fear and start nurturing your faith. There. You can learn to breathe through uncertainty rather than resist it. Your mind is a powerful place, and whatever you water will grow. If you water doubt, it grows into anxiety. If you water fear, it grows into panic. But if you water trust, it blooms into resilience. And here's the truth. Most of the things we worry about never even happen. Think about that. How many nights have you lost sleep over a future that never came to pass? How many moments have you wasted fighting battles that only existed in your imagination? You deserve better than to live in fear of things that may never be. You deserve the freedom of being here. Now, with your full heart and your clear mind. You weren't made to live in survival mode. You were made to live in strength, in awareness, in purpose. Worry is not your identity. It's not your destiny, it's a habit. And like any habit, it can be unlearned. You start by noticing it. Catch it when it creeps in. Don't fight it, observe it. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? And then choose again. Choose the thought that empowers, not the one that imprisons. Arate. Choose the belief that frees you, not the one that chains you to stress. Every time you release a worry, you make space for clarity. Every time you let go of what you can't control, you take back your power. Every time you decide to stop imagining the worst, you give yourself permission to hope for the best. And hope is where healing begins. You've listened to the words, you've heard the lessons, but now it's time to make a choice. Robert Kiyosaki didn't just tell us how to manage money. He showed us how to reshape our mindset. He didn't build a brand. He built a belief that anyone, no matter their background, education, or bank balance, can rise above financial struggle and step into abundance with the right mindset. And that belief, my friend, starts with you. Let me ask you something. Are you still waiting for someone to hand you success? Are you still hoping that someday the system will reward your hard work with the life you dream of? Or are you ready to break the cycle and become the architect of your own future? Because if you're tired of living in a world where you trade your time for a paycheck, where the fear of bills and debt keeps you awake at night, then it's time to rise. It's time to stop thinking like a victim and start thinking like a visionary. Robert Kiyosaki made it clear. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep, how well you invest, and how deeply you understand the rules of the game. Most people never escape the rat race because they never learn the rules. But you're not most people. You're here. You're listening. That already sets you apart. The question is, what will you do with this fire that's been lit inside you? You see, the real power isn't in the money. It's in the mindset. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. They don't fear risk. They manage it. They don't rely on a paycheck. They build pipelines of income. And that mindset, that way of thinking, is not reserved for the elite. It's available to anyone bold enough to pursue it. Anyone willing to educate themselves. Anyone willing to step outside the comfort zone and into the arena of growth. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's uncertain. But let me tell you something. Comfort never created a champion. Playing it safe never made someone financially free. The ones who win in life are the ones who dared to learn what others ignored. They read the books others skipped. They asked the questions others were too afraid to ask. They took the steps others talked themselves out of. That's what Robert did. That's what you can do. Maybe no one in your family has ever broken out the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. Maybe you've been told your whole life that you're not smart enough, not rich enough, not lucky enough. Well, let me tell you this. You don't need luck. You need courage. You need commitment. You need the audacity to look at your current reality and say, this is not where my story ends. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are a decision away from a completely different life. A life where you understand how money flows, how investments grow, how assets multiply. A life where fear doesn't guide your choices, vision does. A life where you no longer work just to survive, but to thrive. That life begins when you stop making excuses and start making moves. Start small, but start now. Read, learn, study. Save not just money, but knowledge. Build your mindset like a fortress. Ask yourself every day, am I thinking like the poor dad or the rich dad? Am I working harder or am I working smarter? Am I buying liabilities or building assets? And if the answers scare you, good. That fear is fuel. That discomfort is direction. Don't wait for a miracle. Become your own miracle. Take control of your financial destiny. Build your wealth one smart decision at a time. Understand this. Wealth is not a number, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, sharpened, mastered. Not overnight, not without effort. But with consistency, hunger, and a belief that you are meant for more than mediocrity. Every empire begins with a blueprint. Every journey starts with one step. Today is your step. Today is the day you stop seeing money as a mystery and start seeing it as a tool. Today is the day you stop fearing risk and start educating yourself about it. Today is the day you say, I will not be financially blind. I will be financially free. Look around you. The world is changing. Jobs are unstable. Systems are collapsing. But those with the mindset of a rich dad, they're not panicking. They're preparing. They're investing. They're learning. They're thriving. Why not you? Why not now? Robert Kiyosaki didn't leave us with just a message. He left us with a map, a guide to financial intelligence, freedom, and independence. But maps don't work if you don't move. The future will belong to those who refuse to be controlled by fear and choose instead to be driven by clarity, action, and purpose. So rise, take ownership, break free, build smart, dream big, stay hungry, and most importantly, they told you to live. Build the one you were born to create. Your financial freedom isn't just possible, it's waiting for you to claim it.